the Coffee Break. Coffee Break Net is on the W6EK Repeater located in Auburn, California. And we are here every morning, 7:30 to around 10 a.m. or so. Happy Sunday, everybody. This is Jeff, KW6U this morning. I'm just kind of enjoying the shack. It's about 63 degrees here in Auburn, California, with the sun poking in through the shack window and warming me up a little bit more. Let's take a look at our national days. Well, it's too early in the morning to think about this, but it happens to be National Margarita Day. If you like margaritas, might as well put that on the list. I always thought it was Cinco de Mayo that was Margarita Day, or every Tuesday for Taco Tuesday. But nope, it's today, February 22nd, National Margarita Day. It's also National Walk Your Dog Day. If you have a dog, that great companion, take your dog outside for a walk if the weather's good enough for you. Let's see, we also have Be Humble Day. Yeah, I find humility to be increasing in my life as I get a little bit older. I feel more and more humble and a little more grateful as it goes along. And I think there's one more. Oh, Play More Cards Day. Hey, if you're stuck in the snow, the weather's really crummy where you are, pull out a deck of cards and play some games. How many games do you like? What's your favorite card game? This is KW6U. I'll start off the morning with some quick in and outs, and then we'll get on with the rest of the day. KW6U taking check-ins.
Good morning, Jeff, KW6SSN.
This is Kilo Bravo 7 Delta Foxtrot Papa, KB7 DFP Cannon Twin Falls Pedestrian Mobile.
Kilo Delta 6, Charlie Delta Quebec, Rick in North Islands.
Short time. Kilo Ocean 6, Mike India. This is Jeff in East Roseville doing dishes.
Kilo Charlie.
All right, stand by, everybody. My computer froze up as I was logging everything down, so I'm going to very quickly reboot the page here and see if I can get back on track. Just hold on one moment. I think what I have right now, that last station, was that there was an MMI station. Is that KB6MMI?
Kilo Ocean 6, Mike India.
All right, KO6, Mike India. And then I'll go down the list here in 1 second. All right, I think I got KB7 DFP in there. I got KB6 SSN. Let's see, K6 CDQ and Carl N6 CKV. Did I miss anyone?
Kilo Charlie 6, Sierra Lima Echo.
KD3 AJN in and out.
All right, I think I'm back on track here. I got you Ann, KD3 AKN, and I've got you Graydon, KC6 SLE. I'll go up top here to Carl this morning, N6 CKV. Good morning, Carl. Do you have anything for the net today?
Good morning, Jeff, and everyone else out there. It's going to be a nice Sunday. I'm going to take it easy, still getting my back worked on. I'm going to watch NASCAR Olympics.
That's the game that's on my agenda as well. This should be really good. These guys play against each other all the time in NHL, so it should be a pretty tough game. So have fun enjoying that. I bet it'll be a good one. N6EKB, KW6U73.
7-3,
And good morning,
everyone. Have
Tom,
a good Sunday.
KB6SSN. How are you this morning?
Thanks for the net, Jeff.
Sorry about that, Carl. I stepped on you. I thought you were saying goodbye, but I've got you. Thank you very much for checking in, Carl. And Tom, good morning, KB6SSN.
Well, good morning, Jeff, and welcome to a beautiful blue-skied morning in Auburn this morning. It may be 63 in your shack, but it's 43 where I'm sitting outside here. And yes, the USA-Canada game is going on as we speak. The closing ceremonies, the first opportunity to watch them, I believe, is at 11:30 this morning. So, yeah, the Winter Olympics for 2026 are coming to a close today, and boy, it was a wonderful competition. It really was a lot of really good stuff, and I'm always sad when an Olympic ends. It's like kind of like Christmas is over, kind of thing. You know, it's a period of good tidings and good sportsmanship that we wish would continue throughout the year. We know it won't, but anyway, that's enough of that nonsense. But in any case, got some really, really, really good news yesterday, and you can even see a video of that good news if you want to go to Larry and I's website, our YouTube page. Larry got the multimeter working on the Henry amplifier yesterday, and boy, that just tickled me pink. I was really happy about that. So she's a full up and working flamethrower with a new set of tubes and ready to put on the air and be loud.
Ah, very cool. So that's got a YouTube video up there about that. That's kind of fun to see, and tinkering around in the shack and making something old work like new again.
Truly, and you know the sad thing about it is that you know it just doesn't seem that old to me, but it apparently it is to some folks. In any case, yeah, we got it up and working, and it was working before. It just that multimeter was out, and that leads pardon me, that leads into some complications when it comes to tuning it up, because you want to watch your grid current pretty closely when you're tuning those things up. Luckily, I've done enough of them. I had one very similar to it for 20 years, so I know what it sounds like when you get into that deep part of the grid current, so I can use it by ear, and that's how we tested it. But now that we have the meter up and working, yeah, that's going to be a force to be reckoned with. So there you go. And if that type of thing interests you, you can go over to YouTube Confederate Sun 1 and check out a couple of videos that Larry sent my way yesterday that I posted, and all about the Henry amp there. And also, don't forget Frank. Oh gosh, what's his call? KG6NLW. Caleb gets 6 newly listed wives. There you go. His YouTube page is up and running right now, and he's got the live Coffee Break Net running. When I go back inside, that's how I'm going to listen to the rest of the day here on the net. So check him out. He's a lot of fun. KB6SSN, back to net.
Yeah, Tom, I forget about that live Coffee Break Net on YouTube. It's kind of interesting. I've never thought about it. We're also on Broadcastify, if you like to listen to that. Running around takes a little less bandwidth if you're driving around town and don't have a radio in your car, which, for shame, if you're a ham radio operator, but that's okay. Having a simulcast in a couple of different places is kind of neat.
Well, Frank did it actually quite well. He's got banners and ads up, and not ads, but you know, promos for W6EK. He's got all the information as to how to access the net, scrolling across the bottom with the Echolink and the AllStar nodes and all that stuff that I don't know much about. But the fact is that it's all there. And he did a really, really good job with it. He's even got a live chat, so you can sit and chat with the other people that are listening. And yeah, it's kind of fun. I don't know. I'm tickled by the simplest things, I guess, sometimes. But this is, I think he did a real good job with it, or a very good job with it. There we go.
Yeah, I do as well. It looks great. All right, Tom. Well, thanks for checking into the net this morning. It's happy Sunday to you, and have a wonderful day. It should be a nice day. KB6 SSN, KW6U73.
7-3, Jeff, and have a great day. KB6 SSN.
Rick Islands, KD6 CDQ, how are you this morning, and what's on your Sunday?
Well, good morning, Jeff and Annette. This is KD6 CDQ, Rick in beautiful downtown suburban North Highlands. Well, first of all, I'm going to have to get a little sleep, but after that, I got to get to the commissary and pick up a few things. Second of all, I'm a NASCAR fan, and thank God I got the NASCAR in my DVR on the cable box, so I'll be able to watch it later on. Margarita Day, oh man, kind of under Jimmy Buffett. Margarita Day, well, I'll drink to that. And well, they say shouldn't drink before 5 o'clock, but you know what? I know it's 5 o'clock someplace in the world, and if you really think about it, twice a day it's 5 o'clock. So there's plenty of time to have a margarita, and damn, they're good. But anyways, other than that, not much for me today. Just kind of kick back, take it easy, get a little sleep, and when I get up, think about the rest of the world. This is KD6 CDQ 73s.
All right, Rick. Yeah, I know there are some people in the world that consider margaritas to be a breakfast drink, but it's more of a hot afternoon drink for me, which is why it was a surprise in February. Have a great day, Rick, and 7-3 to you this morning. KD6 CDQ. Talk to you next time. Good morning, Ken. KB7DFP, how are you this morning? Are you pedestrian mobile?
Yes, absolutely. Pedestrian mobile. I already went to Starbucks, got my coffee, and I've actually been walking, drinking coffee, listening to the net. It's just perfect.
Oh, good for you. Walking and drinking coffee. I'm not that skilled when I walk and try and drink coffee. I have to saunter and not walk.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. Well, I am not doing it along with talking on the radio, too, because I don't want to drop the radio.
Yeah, you got both hands actively moving around. Well, how long is your walk going to be?
I usually just go until I feel like I'm done. I got up this morning, it was 26 degrees. It's made it all the way up to 30, so it's a real scorcher today.
A scorcher for Idaho. Yeah, it's a little warmer here, so I'm grateful to be here rather than there at the moment.
Well, it actually made it up to 50 yesterday, so maybe it'll get up around there again today, which I wouldn't say would be too bad because when the sun's poking out, I mean, it feels pretty good. So anyway, not much else to say or not much else is going on, so I'll turn it back over to you. This is KB7DFP Pedestrian Mobile.
All right, Ken, enjoy your walk, enjoy your coffee, enjoy your fine Idaho weather. KB7DFP, KW6U73. And good morning, Jeff, KO6MMI. How are you this morning?
Howdy, Jeff. Howdy, Nat. I'll be doing a lot better if Liverpool can score a goal in the last 7 minutes of their match against Nottingham Forest. That's what I'm doing at this present moment, besides sharing with you guys on the net.
Ah, you're watching some English Premier League football. Yeah, of course, that is fantastic. I don't get up early enough to watch the games on occasion, and here I am this morning on the Coffee Break Net. I should throw one up one of these mornings. I actually really enjoy it.
Oh, you absolutely should. It's a way better sport than American football. That's just my opinion. I will probably get shot down, but that's okay. Opinions are just fine. Let's say, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I was going to say it's a little early for most people. It's a little late for me. It's going to wrapping up the day for me. I'm pretty much 12 hours ahead of everyone. I work at night at a hospital, so I'm just finishing up my afternoon chores, doing some dishes, and be going to sleep here pretty soon.
So winding down with a football match, that's how you manage it. So very good. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and get some rest when you get there. Have a great day, Jeff. Thanks for checking into the net this morning. KO6MMI, KW6U73. And let's see, good morning, Graydon, KC6SLE. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Jeff. KC6SLE. I am doing fine. I heard a rumor that you might be doing the Pacific Crest Trail later this year. Is that true?
Yes, I am. I am starting my hike. May 8th is the official launch date. A little bit late in the season, but hopefully what that means is that I won't have to deal with as much snow through the first set of mountains that I have to go through.
I think you're planning to do the whole thing. That takes quite a few months, but what section are you planning to do?
Well, the current plan is to hike the entire trail from Mexico to Canada. It should probably take me somewhere around 150 to 160 days. And so that's, 5.5 months.
Wow. And I don't know, I thought I heard you talking about the other day that you were going to do that by yourself, or you going to have somebody join you?
No, I mean, people are certainly welcome to join me, but I am going to be doing this all alone. It's a self-journey. You know, you meet so many people on the trail to begin with, other hikers that are going by you. You're hiking probably with, 20 to 50 people a day that's going the same direction and different groups. So I don't think I'm going to have any problems, finding someone to chat with.
Yeah, I remember that from my days of backpacking. So you're going to have, no doubt, food drops along the way. There's going to be communities the trail crosses, and you're going to have food drops. So have you worked that? I'm sure you're working on that right now.
Oh, yeah. I've got all the logistics all working on it. It's actually figuring out where I'm going to be mailing packages. My wife's going to be my postmaster, so to speak. I've got a list. I've got a couple of spreadsheets going that are very, very helpful. And so I've got that all worked out. That said, my biggest concern right now is getting across the desert. It's water. There's a section that's 30 miles that you want to do if you can do it in one stretch at night. And so that's my biggest concern, is getting everything stripped down, because you're adding quite a bit of weight to yourself. And so that's kind of, you need that water to get across that section.
Yeah, 8 pounds per gallon, roughly. So that's, I'm sure you probably take the filter straw, or take a number of filter straws in case you have to drink out of non-potable water. Those work pretty good. Are you going to use prepackaged food or make your own food kits? Because we used to make our own food kits just by going to the grocery store and finding things that you could, that are already dehydrated, already prepackaged. I found you could make better, well, for a 150-day trip, I don't know, but I found you could make better meals by going to the grocery store using things that are already prepackaged and freeze-dried.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of options that are out there. Today's freeze-dried foods, a lot of them are actually pretty good, so it'll be some combination of everything. I'll kick off with a couple of days of freeze-dried, and then along the way, I'll pick up different things. Right now, one of the things that we have available to us that we didn't have before are these smaller serving little prepackaged tuna and chicken packets and beef packets, small spams, that sort of thing. There's lots and lots of options for stuff. There's a guy that I follow. He's Chef Corso, and he creates basically backpacking meals, and he does quite a bit of cooking on the trail, and you get lots of great ideas for how to just, he'll have something out of beef jerky and ramen noodles and, stuff like that from a gas station and, whatever you can find at a dollar store, that sort of thing. There's lots and lots of options and many more stops than there used to be.
Well, it's fascinating. I understand you're going to take a radio with you as well, although I imagine it's going to be a CW, a small QRP CW radio, so we'll be able to track your progress. That will be good. My days of doing that are probably long gone, but I can live it through your experience. I can experience it again. I remember friends of mine did the Pacific Crest Trail back when I was in college. I elected not to that year. I had other things I was concentrating on, but there were 4 of them, and they did pretty much the whole trail. And at the end of that, they didn't talk to each other anymore.
Maybe that's a good reason not to hike with somebody else. Yeah, I'm still going through my list. I like the idea of taking the radio with me, but I may not be doing that. It all depends on what my final gear list ought to be. I have a QRP rig. It's small, it's light, but in the current form, it's almost 2 pounds, and 2 pounds is a lot of weight. Ounces become pounds, pounds become, you got to shed them later on down the line. I'm going through my list. I've got to be ruthless about keeping things light so I can be a little faster. I need to hike over 20 miles a day to make things on some reasonable schedule.
So what's your target maximum weight for your pack?
Sub 20 pounds with everything.
Ooh, you do have a lot of ground to cover. That's light, so you're going to be very effective, very efficient. I'll have to give it some thought. It'd be fun if you had some way of communicating along the trail. I'm sure you're exploring that. You haven't given up on it. Anyway, I better let you move on with the net, but when I heard this the other day, I wanted to talk to you about it. This was the first opportunity. We'll have to talk more. Let's see, the heaviest pack I ever carried was 50 plus. That's pretty heavy. That was for a 2-week trip. Anyway, I'll let you move on with the net. Everyone have a great day. KC6 SLE.
All right, Graydon. Yeah, I'll keep you updated with what I've got going on, but I'm looking at figuring out a way to kind of pin locations to a website right now, so we'll see how we go. I'll talk to you later. KC6 SLE, KW6U73. And let's see, Anna, good morning. KD3AJN, how are you this morning? It's hopefully decent weather by you.
Good morning, Jeff, and everyone else on the net today. Actually, the weather has gotten a little colder. It's 31 degrees, and we've had some snow flurries. I'm not sure how much we're supposed to get. They keep talking either a dusting or 1 to 3 inches. But I think it's going to go more east, and we're in western Pennsylvania, so that sounds good.
31 doesn't sound too bad for you this time of the year, so it sounds like you're doing okay.
Yes, 31's okay. We were up in the 50s last week, so kind of a big change. But, hey, it's wintertime, and you got to do whatever happens, you know. Take what you get, or take what you get. Last night, my family, I celebrated a birthday last week, and my family did a surprise birthday party for me. It was really nice. I walked in, and they all, you know, sang happy birthday, and it was very, very nice to see all my family. I have a big family, so and that wasn't even all of them. It was just a portion of them. But it was good.
Well, that's nice, getting together with family whenever you can, even if it's only a portion of them. I love the big family gatherings. They can sometimes be a little tiring if it stays too long, but I will say that I always enjoy it, and our gatherings aren't usually very small.
Yes, I enjoy getting together with family. And my one brother and sister-in-law, they're in Florida, and they couldn't be here because they're both ill. And so we FaceTimed them, so they got to sing happy birthday with everyone else. And that was really, really nice for them. And not too much else happening today. Just hanging around the house and getting some things done. So everyone have a great Sunday and a good week, and take care. KD3AJN.
Okay, Anna, you take good care of yourself, and hopefully I'll hear you on the net in another day, but at least next Sunday. KD3AJN, KW6U73. And good morning, Brian, AI6US. Do you have some news for us?
Hey, good morning to you and all of the net. Unfortunately, this morning I come to the net with very sad news, and on behalf of Christina and her brother Steve, and of course Thomas, her husband, I would like to just let everyone know that last evening Ray Abbott, a longtime member of our club and just an anchor here on the repeater and on the every day checking into the Coffee Break Net. Last evening he passed with Christina and Thomas at his side, and so just remember them in your thoughts and with prayers, and let's be there to support the family. So with that, KK6AM, you know, something said that we should give him a moment of silence, but I don't think that's the way that Ray would want us to remember him. Part of me says we should just all key up and do a big kerfuffle in thoughts and memories of Ray. Back over to you, Jeff.
Yeah, that's very sad news. It'll be a shame not to hear his voice on the net anymore, or on the repeater more generally. He's always there listening. So I like the idea of a big kerfuffle. So if we'll take a moment here, if everybody would feel comfortable to key up their mics briefly on and off, and let's just announce Ray's passing in that manner.
Seven three.
Comment.
Evie.
7-3, Ray. Rest in heaven. Blessings to you.
You'll be missed, my friend.
6 a.m. This is K6DCL.
Mike 6, Mike, we'll miss you, Ray.
Rest in peace, Ray.
Hey, rest in peace, my friend, WB1G.
The time is 8 a.m. Weather conditions.
Absolutely. absolutely. Rest in peace, Ray. AI6US. You know, that's, I think, the way that Ray would want to be remembered, with just a big key up, and we have many memories to move forward in life with Ray, the time we spent with him. You know, a big part of that, we are going to keep the trivia contest going, and Tom and I are going to do it, but I'm not a net control op. But anyway, somebody said something that just made me chuckle a moment ago. Comment. With that, I'll clear, and rest in peace, Ray. I'm AI6US73.
Yeah, very sad news indeed, but without the comment on the radio, it'll be a different sound, I'm sure. Ray will be missed, no doubt about it. And all right, thank you everybody for checking in on the giant Ray kerfuffle. I love it. This is a great way to send him off. All right, Brian, thank you so much for the announcement. Sorry it was sad news, but we all appreciate the announcement. AI6US, KW6U, 73, Brian. With that, good morning. This is the Coffee Break Net. So sorry for announcing sad news. It's hard to pick up the net after that. But that said, I still want to go ahead and chit-chat with everyone that's out there while we're all still here. So let's go ahead and take some more check-ins, and please let me know if you are an in and out.
K6LBP with an announcement.
KB6LUV, quick in and out.
KC1WCD, Kilo Charlie 1, Whiskey Charlie Delta, in and out.
Kilo Bravo 5, Victor Alpha Oscar.
KA3 Victor Golf Mike, get out please, but go ahead and take your lesson first.
Kilo Delta 6 Charlie Whiskey Uniform, in and out.
Okay, folks, let's go through our list here that we have. KD6CWU, did I get that call sign correct, the last one that checked in?
That's correct, KD6CWU, Cameron Park.
All right, got you on the list. Good morning, Jimmy, KA3VGM. Morning, David, KV5VAO. Morning, Stephen, KC1WCD. And good morning, Brett, KB6LUV, and an announcement, and I think it was K6LB, Bravo Papa, or Victor Papa?
Lima Bravo Papa, K6LBP, Little Bo Peep.
All right, you had an announcement for us?
Yes, sir, I do. JR is my first personal, Juliet Romeo, Kilo 6, Lima Bravo Papa, and I just want to put out that we're the 220 Use It or Lose It net on the AG6AU repeater system, El Dorado County Amateur Radio Club, is having a fundraiser today at the Break Room in Shingle Springs. Will start at 12 noon. Anyone who can make it over for our fundraiser will have a raffle with many donated prizes, and two or three of our ARRL representatives will be there to give us a short presentation, and we will talk to the AG6AU repeater system trustee about the upgrades that we're going to make in our 220 and 900 megahertz repeaters. So if anyone has nothing to do and would like to come over for the raffle and the event, we'd sure appreciate seeing you. K6LBP, thank you.
All right, that sounds great. Thanks for the announcement. I'm sure it's fine. Everybody can hear. So good luck on that today. Have fun, and hopefully you get a nice turnout for that. K6LBP, KW6U73.
73 to you, some thanks.
K6LBP. How are you this morning?
KB6LUV, I think there was a quick break if you were calling out to me.
Sorry about that. Was there a break?
Clearing double with you.
Okay, well, are we all clear there, Brian?
Yeah, JR was just clearing, so yeah, good to go.
All right, thank you. Sorry about that, JR. I appreciate you checking into the net this morning. All right, Brett, good morning, and happy Sunday to you.
Good morning, Coffee Break Net land. Somber Sunday morning. Thoughts and condolences to Christina and Thomas and family. I had the distinct pleasure of interacting with Ray, just once personally, and then also connected with Christina as well. So, heart hurts for you guys, and for everybody out here that was affected by Ray in a very positive way. His voice will be missed. So, in any event, it is a glorious Sunday morning. The orange ball in the sky is hanging out. Nice high wispy clouds, so looks like it's going to be a really nice day. So might get out on a little red scoot. We'll see. Depends on how the day progresses. In the meantime, I'm sitting here with my mother Bonnie from Newton, Kansas, and my wife Dee Dee. Say good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Good morning.
And we're just enjoying the day.
Well, sounds like you have a nice day ahead planned for you. Yes, it is sad with the passing of Ray, no doubt about it, but you have a couple of ladies to keep you occupied and positive memories there. So, well, have fun out there. Be safe on the scooter, and enjoy it. Enjoy every minute of life. It's short enough as it is.
It is absolutely precious, and it seems like the older that we get, time seems to go faster than it ever did before. So, anyway, thanks for running the net this morning. Again, everybody out there in Coffee Break Net land, I hope you have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be blessed. KB6LUV, Be of Love, 73, clear and listening.
All right, Brett. Have a great day. KB6LUE, KW6U73. And good morning, Stephen, KC1WCD. How are you this morning, and what's going on with you?
Good morning, Jeff, and everyone on the net. It's a beautiful day in the Black Hills of South Dakota. I'm in beautiful downtown Custer, 40 miles east of the Wyoming state line. It's 30 degrees, and the snow is burning off from a few days ago, and it should be a sunny day, and for the middle of winter, I'll take that. It's a good sign. Other than that, not much else is going on. Some projects around the house today, maybe catch a little golf on TV. Wishing everybody a great day on the net. 73, back to net control.
All right, Custer, South Dakota. It's been a very long time since I've been there. I think I've been through Custer as a child, a teenager, years and years and years ago. I'll have to make my way around for a trip one of these days. But hopefully, you're having a great day, and the days get longer as we move along. So, fantastic. Thanks for checking in today. Enjoy watching golf on TV. KC1WCD, KW6U73. And David, I'm going to go ahead and skip you and come back. Good morning, KA3VGM as an in and out. How are you this morning? Let's see, Jimmy, KA3VGM, are you there?
Yeah, I was in another window, and the second one key up, so I came back over here to the other window. Well, first of all, let me say condolences to Ray's family. I've talked to both of them as well as him, so 73's rest in peace, my friend. But anyway, back to other conversations. It's 31 degrees here in Pennsylvania, and Anna said that's also what I have. So it's a little chillier than it has been, but as long as we don't go back down to zero, I'll be happy. I just can't take the temperature at zero anymore. That's for sure. I plan on watching the car race later today. As some of you know, I'm a big NASCAR fan, so that's what I plan on doing today. K3VGM, back to that.
Oh, okay. So you're a NASCAR fan. Very fantastic. We have quite a few ham radio operators that love NASCAR. I usually am torn and divided between all the other stuff I have going on to watch it. I like it when it's on, but I usually don't find the channel.
I try to always find it live, and if I can't watch it live, I subscribe to NASCAR's YouTube channel. So, if nothing else, I'll watch the replays. If anybody doesn't know this, NASCAR puts up replays of each race of all the divisions on Tuesdays. So, if you are a NASCAR fan and wish to subscribe to NASCAR's YouTube channel, the replays are available starting on Tuesday of the following week. K3VGM.
Very good. For NASCAR fans, you can catch it after the fact. Yeah, if that's what you want to do, fantastic. Yeah, NASCAR, I love watching live. It's one of those sports for me that live is better. On TV, I'm not as engaged, and so it might be in the background, but live is really fantastic.
I've never done the live NASCAR. I've done the live local paved track back when I was younger and had ways of getting out, but haven't done that probably 10 or 15 years, but I know what you mean. It was fun to watch live. We had a local paved track here for a while that raced every Friday and Saturday night, so I used to go watch them. K3VGM, I'll be clear, as Brian would say, I've about used up my egg timer, I think, so I'll be clear. K3VGM, back to net.
Well, Jimmy, it is time to flip the egg timer, so I appreciate you checking in with me this morning. Enjoy NASCAR. KA3VGM, KW6U73. And George, KD6CWU, good morning. Are you doing anything fun today?
Well, thanks for coming back to me. Yes, I think I'm going to be heading over to the break room for that 220 raffle. Very important thing to help support the club and improve some of the infrastructure.
Oh, very cool. So part of that local club and your El Dorado Hills or in that area. That'll be cool. So where, you know what, I don't actually know the specific location where that's at. Where's that at again?
Well, the break room is located at the Ponderosa exit of Highway 50, goes south on South Shingle Road, and it's your first left as soon as you clear the intersection.
Got it. Not too far away. Well, that sounds like a good time. Yeah, and supporting the local repeaters, especially 220, not that common around here. You know, not as common as it used to be. So good luck with the raffle, and have fun.
Okay, 86TWU 73.
All right, George. Nice chatting with you. Have fun. 86CWU, KW6U73. Okay, David, KB5VAO, circling back to you. Good morning. What are you up to today? KB5, Victor Alpha Oscar, do you have anything else for the net this morning? Well, hearing none, I'll go ahead and put you down as an in and out. If you decide to check back in, let me know. This is KW6U for the Coffee Break Net. Good morning. Well, let's see. Who else is out there who would like to check in this morning? Let me know how your day is going. KW6U taking check-ins, and let me know if you're in and out.
Good morning, Orion. 6DCL. Good morning. Good morning, Orion. KD6U. In and out.
Kilo Oscar 6, Indy Hotel Juliet, in and out.
Kilo 9, Charlie Yankee Kilo, Echo 569.
W6EK Mobile just out. We're arriving at our destination. Good morning, Jeff.
It's 10:17 a.m. KJ5 HHT, Trucker Larry, in and out.
WB1G, in and out as well.
Okay, let me run through my list. I think we've got enough folks at the moment. Good morning, Gerry, WA6E. I know you're very, very quick. Thanks for checking into the net. So we've got you as there. I'll put it as an in and out. Let's see, WB1G, good morning. KJ5HHT, Trucker Larry, got you as an in and out. K9CYK, I have you there. Let's see, Larry, KO6IHJ. Peter, KD6QZH, and Dave, K6DCL. Dave, do you mind if I check in our in and outs first?
Just take everybody else, Jeff.
All right. Very good. Good morning, Peter, KD6QZH. Happy Sunday to you. Any plans today?
Heading off to church. Gotta get there a little early today. I'm on another committee they gave me at church, and so we have a meeting. We're gonna get there early. And other than that, I have to get some work done today to get started for the week. My new boss likes to send me projects, and then he always wants a quick turnaround. So to keep up, I start early. Anyway, not much more to add to that. It's a beautiful day, probably about 40 degrees. And thinking about what the station in Pennsylvania said, I didn't quite recall. I think it was KD3 something. I don't like it anymore below about 38 degrees, so he's tougher than I am. KD6 user HVAC.
Yeah, I did. They're in western Pennsylvania, so it seems like not that much colder than where we are right now this morning, and maybe they're just having what would be a warm winter for them. So it is coming up on spring a little bit. But happy Sunday to you, Peter. Have a good day at church and for the things that you're up to, and hopefully you have a wonderful, easy day.
Okay, you too, my friend. And good morning, everybody. I'm back to you, and I'll be listening for about 2 more minutes.
All right, Peter. Good to hear you on the net. KD6QZH, KW6U73. Good morning, Larry. KO6IHJ. What are you up to today?
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's KO6IHJ. I just woke up. I got to sleep in for some reason, and it felt good. Today, well, I haven't looked at the camera yet. Let me look at it real quick. Ooh, it looks pretty out there. I see blue skies, so I might be doing some yard work. I gotta get that taken care of. Other than that, I'm still riding the high of 6-net Henry amplifier for Tom. I'm glad that thing worked. I don't want to put my hands in there anymore.
Yeah, I heard this morning when Tom checked in, you had a little success with something going on in your shack.
Yeah, a stand-up looks like a filing cabinet with 2 dials on the front of it, a Henry 2K-3. And they had no meter. You probably heard that. I went through and tested, checked, and repaired little things through it, and voila, it works.
Very cool. Those big, heavy boxes that are old that you can make new again and work well. That's fantastic. It's always an accomplishment.
Yeah, it's 150 pounds on 4 wheels, so it's a heck of a. It's about 4 feet tall. It's kind of an amazing unit. It's just the top half is cool and the bottom half can kill you. All right, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna try to. I got no pants on, no coffee, nothing. So I gotta get ready here. Gotta do something. Everybody have a blessed day. It's a beautiful day. Get out and do something. Enjoy the day. KL6IHJ73. Thanks for running the net.
All right, Larry, fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing some video on that Henry, so I'll go check it out. KO6IHJ, KW6U73.
This way, it's only not there.
Yeah, Jeff, I'll be dropping them here. AI6US.
All right, thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Yeah, somebody's got sitting on his mic.
Okay, dropped.
Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to move down to Todd, K9CYK. Good morning. Do you have anything else for the net today?
Good morning from Indiana. A little cold this morning, a little windy, a little snowy. Just left church. Just wanted to hope everyone has a great day. Checking out and looking forward to spending the day with family. 73's net control. K9CYK.
Oh, well, enjoy time with family. It never seems to be enough time. It goes fast enough as it is, so enjoy your Sunday. Have a great day. K9CYK, this is KW6U. Thanks for checking into the net this morning in 7-3. All right, I'll move down to Trucker Larry. Good morning, KJ5HHT. Where in the world is Trucker Larry this morning?
Good morning to you and everybody on the net. I am currently
pretty much as far east as you can go in Florida. Jacksonville. Just got the truck washed. Going to get some fuel about 5 miles north of the truck wash, and then down to Middleburg, Florida, which is just a little southwest of Jacksonville, to wait till in the morning. Cannot deliver my plastic pellets until then. They make the plastic bottles out of the product that I have on here. I could give you the numbers and all that jazz, but wouldn't know what it means. I don't even know what it means. I just know that these are the numbers that they give me for this product. But it's currently sunshiny, 62 degrees, a little bit of wind. I picked this load up in Decatur, Alabama, and got to stop off in Prattville and see my grandsons and my second oldest and his wife. Spent a good 30, 45 minutes with them. That's all they had time for, which is a good thing, because the last times we tried and I'd pass through, they were busy or wasn't home, or it was late at night and stuff like that, and I'm not going to have them drag the kids out. But as soon as I got down 231 out of Dothan, Alabama, and got on to I-10 East, it was raining so hard we had the flashers on and going 35 miles an hour for probably a good 10, 12 miles. So that's all I have. Just wanted to check in and give you guys another number. This is KJ5HHT 73.
Yeah, well, thanks for checking in. Boy, some of those rainstorms can be pretty nasty down there. I think the last time I'd seen strong rains like that, that what you just described, I was in the Air Force Station in the Philippines, and there were some hangbuster rains that would come down from time to time. Not fun to drive in, but I'm glad you made it through, nice and safe, as always, and it's great to visit family when you can. Have a great day, Larry, and thanks for checking into the net, giving us another number, and we'll catch you next time. KJ5HHT, KW6U73. And good morning, Smitty, WB1G, as in and out. What are you doing today?
Hey there, Jeff. Beautiful day, just looking out the window and reminded this morning, not to sound somber, not to sound dramatic, but reminded this morning as you wake up with your family and you look at the sun and the beauty that exists, that time is just such a doggone gift, is it not? So just remind yourself of that today. I think that's kind of a good way to go. I'll keep it in and out. I did post about our friend Ray, to say that he loved this club and was kind of a fixture of this repeater and this club. It seems a little bit like an understatement. He was just a voice that everybody knew, a person that would pop out of the woodwork when you had a question, and somebody that had a lot of love for the hobby. So it's really hard to hear that news this morning and all of that. I posted on Facebook, by the way, about Ray. Would love anybody's comments, memories, photos, anything like that. Again, I know it's a big fixture of our club, and if you've got something to share, that's a good avenue to do it. You can get to the Facebook group through our website, W6EK.org, or you can just go direct Facebook.W6EK.org. I truly will keep it to an in and out, feeling kind of somber today. But again, thanking the good Lord for the time you have. That's a good way to look at today as we look at this beautiful sunshine and this gorgeous day. Back to you there, Jeff. WB1G. Take care.
Yeah, I just pulled up the Facebook page. Nice few photos here of Ray at his, I don't know, how do you want to call it? He's not really grumpy. He's pretend grumpy, so I know he doesn't always feel good. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, go ahead and post some photos on there. It's a nice page so far. I like it. Thanks for doing that, Smitty. It's always nice to remember our favorites as we move along here. And hopefully Christina and Thomas are settling in and having an okay day after such an event.
Yeah, I think there were two things that anybody that knows Ray, and I'm not going to say knew Ray, I'm going to hold him in spirit here. Anybody that knows Ray knows two things about Ray. Not terribly the most photogenic person, and I love him. I really do. And I've said that to his face many times. And then, of course, we always have the comment. Oh, and that was me earlier. And it's from a place of love. WB1G 73. Sorry for the somber check-in, but I'll let you get back to it.
Well, Smitty, you disappeared after that. I didn't hear much of anything you said, so I don't know if that's you or me.
Well, that may have been an issue with ampersand there. Sorry about that. I'll go ahead and kill that so I don't get any feedback. Yeah, I was just clearing with you and saying that, anybody that knew Ray or that loves Ray or spent any time with him knows two things about Ray. Not the most photogenic guy in the world, and again, I'd say it to his face, and I love him to death, and I'm going to hold him up in spirit here and say not was, but is. And then secondly, nobody can go without saying, comment. Yeah, that was me earlier, and I did it from a place of love. Anyone that knew him knows that. WB1G.
All right, Smitty. Yeah, the problem I had was actually on my end. On some rare occasion, for reasons I don't know, my volume just turns down to 0, and I didn't hear most of that last transmission. I got this one, but thank you so much for checking in, and of course, we all appreciated comment. Thanks, Smitty, for checking into the net. Have a great day. Enjoy the family, and we'll catch you next time. WB1G, KW6U 73. And I'm going to go ahead and go back up to Dave. Good morning, K6DCL. How are you this morning, and happy Sunday?
K6DCL, happy Sunday is right. That's all we can do, is be as happy as we can be. I didn't know Ray personally. I never met him. Of course, I'm way down here in Jamestown, but I loved him, and I loved hearing him on coming on the net. I listened to him almost every morning. So anyway, I like what Smitty said, and it's so true. But anyway, other than that, we're losing night doing real well, and it's a beautiful day down here in Jamestown. They're still shoveling out up in Cedar Ridge and between Hart and all that stuff. So feel sorry for them. Some of them are looking for breakfast. Anyway, other than that, see, I told you I just wanted to come in and say hello and good morning and blessings for Ray and his family. K6DCL. Later, alligator. See you, Jeff.
All right, Dave. Yes, later, alligator. Thanks for, or after a while, crocodile. That's what I should have said as the response. Yeah, it's nice to think about Ray, but it's all good things will pass. So, have a great day, Dave, and you can say hi to Lucy for me. 6DCL KW6U 73. Well, good morning. This is the Coffee Break Net. As Smitty had mentioned, if you don't know, Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club has W6EK a Facebook page, and there's a memorial for Ray over there. If you'd like to make a comment, post a picture if you have one. It's certainly a nice little memento there. Good page. Thank you, Smitty. This is KW6U for the Coffee Break Net. I'll go ahead and take some more check-ins. Let me know if you are an in and out.
NN6H. Good morning.
Whiskey Papa 4 Tango Uniform November. Whiskey Papa 4 Tango Uniform November. Raymond from Puerto Rico.
Hello, good morning. KC8 Fox Queen Victor. KC8 FQV. Good morning.
KI6 Kilo 6 Delta X3 November. Good morning.
All right, let me run through my list here. Good morning, Simone, K6DXN. Good morning, John, KI6RT. Good morning, Mark, KC8FQV. Raymond, I got you WP4TUN, and Tom, NN6H. And Tom, good morning, NN6H. We'll go ahead and start with you. What are you up to today?
Good morning, Jeff, and this is Tom in N6H in Discovery Bay. I'm just condolences about Ray. That is very sad news. So condolences to Christina and Thomas. And maybe what you should do, what they do like for fallen officers and stuff, is do a last call on the radio and then put them in the log for the last time, kind of as a testament.
Not a bad idea. We'll go ahead and do that as we get down the line a little bit. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, maybe make it the last contact or the last thing that you do before you sign off and close down the net is do that. It would just be a good thing. Anyway, yeah, it is very sad, and yeah, we're going to miss the comment, as Smitty says. Ray definitely was a character and was a great asset to the net. I mean, he volunteered and all sorts of things with the club events and the test table at Hamfest. We're going to miss him at Hamfest and all that. So. A lot of good memories with Ray throughout the years there, so he'll definitely greatly be missed.
Yeah, I would almost call him Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club Goodwill Ambassador. Hi.
Maybe we should call him our mascot, huh?
He'll always be our mascot. Well, that's the, and I think people will know. Who knows what we need. Anyway, Tom, what else have you got going on this morning?
Okay, I had to switch radios there. Yeah, my other radio was getting battery is going weak on that. Just a beautiful day here in Discovery Bay, and I do also echo Smitty's sentiments too about waking up and just kind of enjoying the day and just being thankful for family and friends and just being everything that you have. So, and definitely for sure. All right, not much else. Just gonna get some things done today. I've been working with Bruce back east there. He's been working on ampersand, which Smitty had mentioned. That's kind of a new version of ASL, AllStar, and basically working with him, adding voter support to that. So that's coming along pretty well, I think. So, and another option there for AllStar stuff, so that should be good. Anyway, that's about all that I have.
Well, sounds like you got your day planned out, and you'll have fun with that, so very good. Thanks for checking into net this morning and comments about Ray. NN6H, KW6U, 73.
73 there, Jeff. And also, it's interesting on your trip that you're planning here. That's gonna be a major epic event. Just curious, what is the date for that, or when you plan to do that? Then I'll go ahead and clear off here. So W6U and N6H.
Yes, my launch date for the Pacific Crest Trail is May 8th is the official date that I leave the Mexican border near Campo, California, and head up towards the Canadian border. So we'll see how that trip goes. I'm looking forward to it. I have no idea what radio gear I'm taking with me, if any. Ounces become pounds over time, so I've been debating in my head what to bring. I have a nice QRP CW rig that I'd love to take with me, but I'm going to go ahead and see what my final weight is as I consider those things. So it probably ends up becoming one of those things I would ditch, and I don't want that to happen if that's the case. Have a great day, Tom. NN6H, KW6U73.
73, Jeff. Thanks a lot. NN6H.
Good morning, Raymond. WP4TUN from Puerto Rico. How are you this morning, and how is it over there in Puerto Rico right now?
Good morning. This is Raymond, Whiskey Papa 4 Tango Uniform November. I don't speak perfect English, but I got to try. I'm new in this hobby. I love it. In Puerto Rico at this moment is a good day to make some plans outside. It's about 83. It's good. And I'm trying to make some contact. I'm new in this. Like I said before, I'm new in this hobby, and I try to make some contact in QRC. I'm looking the 50 state award in QRC, and I need Alaska and some state more. For the reason I'm here, I'm sorry for bother you. I don't like that, I don't speak perfect English, that I said before, but see, I understand something. Back to you.
Well, welcome to the hobby of ham radio. That's kind of neat. You're going for a 50-state award right away, so fantastic. That's not always that easy to do. I've not made the attempt to do that myself, and it seems like you've figured out the digital mode a little bit, or at least the nodes situation. So I'll have to take a look at your QRZ page. Are you good on QRZ?
Yes, I have my QRC on. Right now I have 46 states. I don't know if you want to make contact in QRC at this moment today. 2 meter in FM at 1642. If somebody help me with that, I will appreciate that. Only I need a call sign to put it, and he put my information, and the confirmation will be go. Roger.
Well, very good. Yeah, you're making great progress. If you're almost there, and if anybody can reach out, yeah, that's great. You are on QRZ. I see your page. Fantastic. Congratulations for being so new to the hobby. That you're making great progress. It's good to see.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm working hard. I'm learning a lot of. I'm crazy if this world is too big. I don't know how I can do it, but I'm trying. I'm working too hard.
Well, the important thing is that you are enjoying yourself, you've got a focus, and you're having a great time. And that's what I think we all like to see. So I'm glad to hear you check into the net this morning. Is this your first time checking in with us at for the Coffee Break Net?
Yeah, this is my first time here. I was looking in the system, and I find this channel, this company, and I say, I go there to listen, to make some contact.
Well, very cool. Thank you for checking into the net for your very first time, and congratulations. Welcome. We are here every morning from 7:30 to 10 a.m. Pacific time for the Coffee Break Net, so hopefully you'll find us again. I know you're busy searching those last 4 states, but thank you again for checking in with us. Glad to hear you do that, and enjoy the hobby.
Thank you. 73 to everyone. I stay here. Stand by.
Hey, Jeff.
Sorry, was somebody checking in there for a moment?
Yeah, Jeff, it's Bob in 6EMS. Hey, you might remind him that there's a lot of activity on the repeater outside the Coffee Break Net. That's it. Talk to you later in 6EMS.
Ramon, that's correct. WP4TUN. Bob N6EMS did mention something very important. We have a very active repeater outside of the Coffee Break Net. So if you feel free to check in to the repeater anytime, and I'm sure you'll find somebody to chat with. But thank you again for checking in, Raymond, and we'll catch you next time. WP4TUN KW6U73.
Okay, 73.
Good morning, Mark. KC8FQV. How are you this morning, and what's going on in your area?
All right, I brought YouTube up on W's YouTube channel. So I was watching the thing, but I didn't see I think this is the live one now I got. But, yeah, there we go. Yeah, we got some snow last night. Yeah, dusting. The grass blades are still showing through. So it's not that much. That's what they said it was going to be. And we may have something overnight tonight to Monday, and then I think we're going to go back the other way then. But, yeah, I seen Frank got there. I was just looking at Frank's page and looking where Frank lived. He lives at the bottom of a hill. And there was animals or livestock or something on the other side of the fence there. But, just looking at the street view of Google. But everything else is going good. Yeah, I'm just having a little bowl of cereal now. And I said, geez, I got to send Frank a thing to see what the web address is for the dashboard. I think you can, I know we have the W6EK repeater here in Doylestown. How we have the dashboard, and I can bring it up, but it's W6EK-hub-org, and that lets me see the dashboard and see who's keying up and everything. I don't know what version we have, but I know that the website we go with, and I know all of them are different websites. Well, they gotta be all the same. We're going to have anything. But yeah, everything else is going good. So we'll just send it back to net control, KC8FQV.
Well, it sounds like you're having a good morning, enjoying your day, doing the hobby that you love, so very nice. And you know what? It's a good Sunday, and it's good to be above ground. Mark, thanks for checking into the net this morning. Have a great Sunday, and 7-3 to you. KC8FQV, KW6U, 7-3. Good morning, John, KI6RT. What are you up to this morning? You're a hard man to get in touch with.
Hey, good morning, Jeff and the net. Oh, I'm just got back from Dallas after visiting my son and a customer down there, but
It was sad to read about Ray on Facebook. What a great guy.
I will call him our goodwill ambassador. And I think everyone might appreciate that.
Yes, indeed. So it's well, it's something that we all have to deal with at some point in time. But you know, what I liked about Ray is he always had a bunch of really obscure knowledge that most hams don't run into anymore. One favorite example is how to detect FM using an AM receiver. I ran across it about 35 years ago. I didn't think many people remembered it still in this day and age, but yeah, Ray certainly did. So stuff like that makes me go, that guy had a lot of knowledge in a lot of areas that are now considered to be a lost art in the analog world.
I agree, and it was all real-world lived experiences that he learned, and without a formal education, but one that was forged by fire. So that was a great wealth of information that is now lost.
Yes, indeed. Hopefully it's been codified in all the AI LLMs. Hi. Anyways, the other disturbing thing. I don't know if anyone else is traveling. I've got to climb on a plane Tuesday to head out to New Jersey for a day, but they just shut down TSA. I mean TSA pre. So TSA pre and clear and global entry are cut off during the government shutdown. So, man, the lines at the airport are going to be horrendous.
Okay, well, let's hope they figure out another way to move things through. So for the people who paid for TSA pre-check, did you have to pay for that, or is it just something you signed up for?
Nope, we paid for it. We paid for that and clear. So, and they're both shut down. So it's going to be an interesting morning on Tuesday. Let's see, we have rain coming in late Monday, early Tuesday. TSA pre and clear and all global entries are shut down. It's going to be quite a mess at the airport.
So if I'm hearing this right, if you are traveling in the next period of time, be prepared to get to the airport earlier than you normally might, and to wait in line a little bit so you don't have to stress about making your flight. You just have longer lines to go through.
Yep, that's my PSA for the day. Anyhow, it looks like a wonderful day today. I'm going to see if I can crawl around in the garage and get some stuff set aside for Hamfest. It's on my calendar. I hope I can make it this year. And see if I can offload some of the boat anchors I have hanging around. Anyhow, thanks for running the net, Jeff. It's always great to hear you and everyone on the net. This is KI6RT. Back to you guys.
All right, John, thanks for checking in. Maybe every now and again give us an update after your travels to tell us how good or how awful the lines were. Hopefully it's not too big of an inconvenience. Have a great day, John. KI6RT, KW6U73. Morning, Simone, K6DXN. How are you this morning? I haven't heard you in a little bit.
Hey, good morning, Jeff. Good morning, everybody on the net. First and foremost, and my family's thoughts and prayers with Ray's family, Christine, Thomas, and yeah, he will be missed. We were just saying, and Brian and I were texting, and he was Trivia's #1 fan. We're going to miss him. Yeah, Ray, the sun wasn't always shining, the fish weren't always jumping, but Ray was Ray, right?
He was a goodwill ambassador. No way around it if you knew him.
I'll never forget the one and only time I met him. I was up at field day, and I heard his voice. You know, of course, he has a very distinctive voice. I was sitting in a chair by Christina while she was working the table for the kids. And I go, "Hey, Ray." I stood up. I go, or I said, "Are you Ray?" or something. I said, "Hi, Ray." And he said, "Who wants to know?" I said, "Don't bite my head off, man. It's Simone. I just want to introduce myself." And we were always cool after that.
Yeah, he had a way. It was pretty funny. It was all, and you can only take it with a smile because it was just hilarious, and I loved hearing his voice and his comments.
Yeah, I'm just sharing a memory. I'm not trying to besmirch Ray or his memory in any way, but he was definitely a character. He reminded me of an old hippie, you know, and maybe that's what he was. I don't know, but he certainly was full of obscure and cool knowledge, like Don was saying, and he was Ray, man. You know, today's National Ice Cream Day. I hate ice cream. I used to joke like that with him, but I did it to him. You know, I wouldn't say anything out here that I wouldn't have said to Ray. So, yeah, he will be missed. I know I'm kind of fairly new to this system and the group, you know, only a couple years. I don't know how far he goes back, but certainly farther than me.
Yeah, he's been around a little bit, and so no doubt when he moved down, I guess his move down here came from his house burned down up in Oregon, and his kids live nearby over here, so he moved down the hill, settled in Auburn because he still preferred to be in a smaller community. So he's been here for a little while, and definitely has been a pleasure. And I say that both with tongue-in-cheek and sincerely. He's been a fantastic voice on W6EK.
For sure. Yeah, I turned on the radio and I heard you mention a memorial, and I just, oh man, you know, and my wife and I were sad, and we will definitely do something on trivia, dedicate the next trivia to him, and he was, like I said, he was the biggest, he beat the drum the loudest for trivia, and he will be missed. Congratulations to Carlos. I heard him check in. Congratulations on the ham license. Enjoy the hobby. And I'm good on QRZ, Kilo 6 Delta X-Ray November, Simone in California. If there's any help I can give you, I don't know what that might be, but it's all about elmering and helping people in the hobby, and I love doing that. So I want to throw that out there. Got up at 5 a.m., set my alarm, and got up at 4:55 to be exact, to watch the U.S. win the gold in a great hockey game, man. 2-1 in overtime.
Well, I haven't watched it yet. I was reserving it for later, but it is good news to hear. Yeah, I'm going to watch that later on today. I don't ever get to watch it right away, and that's going to be good.
I'm sorry, man. I am sorry. Spoiler alert. Hey, you know what, Jeff? It's still worth watching. It was a great game. I'm sorry, I lied. Canada won 2-1. I thought I had it wrong.
Spoken like a true Canadian. All right, no big deal, Simone. I figured it would come out one time or another here. We don't have a lot of hockey fans on the net this morning, but it started out with Carl, and I thought he might give up the ghost, so wasn't sure. No big deal. I'll enjoy watching it anyway, and I watch other sports on the last day of Olympics here. I think it's the last day.
Yeah, it is. It is the last day. Hey, I'm not a Canadian. I might be born there, but I was rooting for USA. I'm America through and through. I might be born in Canada, but no, the red, white, and blue is what flies in front of my house. So I go visit Canada, but I would never live there, and that's my choice. I'm a USA through and through. So, all right, hey, I went and did a POTA yesterday. That was fun. Got the double activation. We stayed till past Zulu time. Jimmy and I tried out a new antenna, the Chameleon Hybrid Mini. That's a really cool antenna. A little spendy, but you can do so many different configurations with it. And yesterday I ran a 30, it comes with 30 feet of wire. I ran 30 foot of wire straight up my push-up as a vertical with a 5-to-1 transformer at the bottom, 50 foot of coax, and well, we worked Alaska, Japan, I mean all over the place. It works really well. So anyway, that's all I got. I'll get to someone else. Sorry for being a little lengthy there. Have a great day, Jeff, and again, sorry for ruining the hockey game. I apologize.
Jeff, well, go USA. That's all I got to say about that. So have a great day, Simone. Yeah, good to hear that you're enjoying a new antenna. That's always kind of cool. I like that. Fantastic Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, and we'll catch you next time. K6DXN, KW6U 73.
73.
All right. Well, Bob, I'm just going to throw it out there. Bob, N6 EMS, did you have anything else for the net this morning? You did appreciate your comment, by the way. All right. Well, hearing none, we'll go ahead and move on down the line a little bit. I'll take a moment and do some announcements this morning. This is the Coffee Break Net, KW6U. We're sponsored by the Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club. And as it happens, the W6EK Repeater is quite the busy repeater with quite a few nets going on. Very often on Sunday evenings at 7:30, there's a Placer County Aries exercise. If you're interested in Placer County Aries, you can go to their webpage. Just do a quick Google search, and they'll pull up great resource of information. We'll do some of their exercises on this repeater, on KI6OK repeater, and others. So every Sunday, 7:30 p.m., there's something going on. Every Monday, 6 p.m. is the All Nodes Net on the W6EK 2-meter repeater and AllStarLink 51018. This is a nationwide net, which is why we hold it early for the Pacific time. 6 p.m. makes it possible for folks on the East Coast to join us before bed. So it's all about nodes. It's the Elmer Net for nodes. Come check in and listen in and check it out. The Elmer Net is every first and third Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. on the W6EK 2-meter repeater, hosted by Eric, W6EMR. Great net to check in. If you're, especially if you're new to the hobby or new-ish, even if you're not, you have a problem, go ahead and check into the net. Post, just talk about your problem, and I'll bet you'll get a whole bunch of possible solutions out there. Every once in a while, people will get thrown off. But the brain trust, that is the W6EK repeater, somebody's going to know the answer. Although we're going to miss Ray's comments there. I think he had quite a bit of knowledge that we now have lost. But that said, the Elmer Net has got all kinds of other folks that can help us out. There is an In the Shack every second and fourth Wednesday. I call it the alter ego to the Elmer Net. It's on Zoom instead of on the repeater. Go to the W6EK.org to the club Zoom room on every second and fourth Wednesday, and you can actually discuss your problem face-to-face, maybe show it off, So show off your project as well. Sometimes there's 3D printing and other node projects going on, so it's fun to watch and hang out for a little bit on In the Shack second and fourth Wednesdays. The weekly 2-meter net is every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. with officer reports, ARRL news, a satellite report, and a mystery question. Who doesn't love a mystery question? Most always it's ham radio related, so most of the time we'll learn things as we do it. It'll rack your brain a little bit thinking about it. It's a little bit like a trivia. with 4 possible solutions to whatever is posted. So come check into the weekly 2-meter net from wherever you are. Make an effort. You'll find out if your rig reaches that far. This is W6EK on Thursday evenings. And then, of course, Friday night trivia every first and third Friday, 7:30 p.m. on the W6EK Repeater. A lot of fun. It's very fun to listen into. Yes, we're going to miss Ray's comments, but there's going to be some other folks stepping up, and we'll have a good time on Friday evenings, first and third Friday, 7:30 p.m. On the last Saturday of every month, rain or shine, no matter what's going on, we have a club breakfast, February 28th, 7:30 a.m. at Mel's on Highway 49 in Auburn, California. Once in a blue moon, it might be another location, but in the absence of all kinds of comments and changes on the website schedule, it will be at Mel's on Highway 49. And you got to get there early because occasionally that room fills up. 7:30 a.m., Mel's on Highway 49 for the monthly breakfast. Very often followed by a fox hunt. There'll be a fox hunt this month as well, February 28th, 9 a.m. So we'll meet the fox hunt group will meet at Mel's Club, Mel's parking lot. Information's on W6EK.org. Marty K06GXX is the fox tender. Let's see what Marty can come up with to make things creative. And by the way, you don't need to be a ham radio operator to participate in the fox hunt. It's a great way to introduce people. Kids are welcome. Everybody's welcome to the fox hunt. The next club meeting is March 13th. The second Friday of every month, we have a club meeting. We have a new location, 7:30 p.m. at the Placer County Health and Human Services Conference Center in Auburn at the DeWitt Center with very easy access. This nice new conference center has a great Zoom system. We're still learning the ins and outs and how to operate smoothly, but a very interesting thing can happen. Folks on Zoom we can hear you now. And you can hear us hopefully a little bit better. So the whole point, though, is to make it more comfortable in the beginning, less setup for us. The chairs are already arranged. It's a nice, comfortable building with better air conditioning and better audio. So all the way around at the club meeting, March 13th, we'll see you in person at Placer County Health and Human Services Center and or on Zoom. Now, the big announcement, this is the one that's got to be on everyone's calendar, the Lewis Ham Saturday, March 28th, 7 a.m. for club members. Well, please sign up to be a volunteer if you're a club member. We use a lot of help. Actually, the more club members we have that sign up and work, means less work for everybody. So you can come in, work for an hour, then go around and go ahead and check out all the goodies, do some shopping. You're sure going to find something you can't live without. Hamfests are a lot of fun. Nice swap meets going on. There'll be some coffee and donuts for the people that are working the event. There's coffee and donuts available for sale for everybody else. Lots of prizes, a lot of fun. This is, in my opinion, the best Hamfest in all of California, and probably one of the best ones nationwide. We have a fantastic location in Loomis. It is a very short, let's say, quarter of a mile or so, less than half a mile off of the I-80, so very convenient location at the Loomis train station in Loomis, California. Saturday, March 28th, nice and early in the morning for a beautiful Hamfest. If you want to book a VE exam, you're ready to take your test, or as you're listening in, or you're ready for your upgrade, go to hamstudy.org for one of the following VE sessions. The Sierra Foothills VE team meets next Monday at March 2nd, 7 p.m. at the Confluence Church campus in Auburn. That's a great way to meet. We have some Elmers there afterwards. We'll pair you up with somebody and move you along in the hobby wherever you can. Whether it's your upgrade or you're brand new, somebody will help you figure out what's next in the ham radio hobby, and it's fantastic. The Granite Bay VE group is Saturday, March 14th, 9 a.m. at the Rayleigh's Event Center on Douglas and Auburn and Folsom Boulevard there. And then Folsom VE team Thursday, February 16th, 6 p.m. in Folsom, California. Check hamstudy.org for the times and locations, dates, and go ahead and sign up. All right, that's all the announcements I have this morning. Let's see who else is out there. Who would like to check into the net? Come say hi to me and let me know if you are an in and out.
November 2 Delta Yankee
quick in and out.
KM6 LY Craig and Cool in and out.
Number 6 Delta Tango in and out.
KO6TH, good morning.
All right, let me run through my list here to make sure I've got everybody. I've got you, Greg, KO6TH. Rick, N6DT, got you as an in and out. Craig, KM6LYW, got you as an in and out. Patrick, I got you as an, I don't know if you're an in and out or not, but I'll come back to you here. And I think I heard a double with Patrick that was Doug, W6EK. Is that correct?
That is correct, and I'm a quick in and out.
All right. Patrick, you did come in first. Were you also an in and out?
That is correct. I'm also an in and out.
Well then, Patrick, you are up into DYI. Good morning. Happy Sunday. What's going on with you today?
Hey, good morning, Jeff, and everyone on the net. Well, I am just trying not to be bitter and angry about everything. It's hard. So I need regulation. This is why I'm on the Coffee Break Net.
Sometimes it is hard to not be bitter and angry, and all we can do is smile in agreement with you.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, this is definitely one of those times where I'm really glad I'm not at home. They've got a blizzard coming in this afternoon, and it looks like they're going to get anywhere from a foot to maybe a foot and a half of snow, and I get to miss all that. So there's that. High winds at the coast where I live, so I kind of wonder if my Comet vertical antenna will still be standing. I guess I'll know if I suddenly can't hear anything anymore. I still have remote access to that radio over there. So the good news, though, is that the snow, it's going to come down and there's going to be a lot of it, but I don't think it's going to hang around as long as the last storm did because the temperatures are going to get up to something a little more reasonable in less time than it did last time.
Well, at least you'll have something to look forward to when you get back, not as much snow as you might otherwise have.
Yeah, I mean, we got a foot here a couple of weeks ago, and we got about 6 inches the weekend before that in North Carolina. That's pretty unusual, so it isn't like I missed it all.
Yeah, that's kind of an issue navigating from time to time. When it gets that cold and slick that's down on the ground, I don't know how you navigate that, but it's not always fun.
Not very easily. I do not enjoy trying to walk in that stuff with a cane. It messes up all your senses. Yeah. Fortunately, I didn't really have to go anywhere too far that, where I had to walk and really care too much, as long as I could get from the driveway to from the house to the driveway to the car and back without slipping on the ice. So, yeah, I managed to do that.
Well, congratulations, and maybe wear spikes. REI has some very nice little spikes you can put on your boots until you get into the car. They're easy to slip on. I don't know. There's no easy or fun way to navigate across an icy driveway.
I didn't. It's one of those things that doesn't happen here often enough that anybody here really thinks about that too much.
Yeah, you're not really prepared for it if it's not in your head. It happens. We actually got snow here in Auburn the other day, and I was surprised. It stuck on the ground for a little while. I mean, it melted later in the day, but it was good enough snow that I had a couple of inches on all of the yard, and the trees were covered. The car was covered, maybe 3-4 inches on the car, and the streets we're covered. And we live on a little hill, so for some folks, they didn't want to go down our hill.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem. A couple of weeks ago when I went to the dentist, the car doors were all frozen shut. So I managed to get the trunk open, and I crawled into the back of the car through the trunk and opened the doors from the inside. It's kind of the only way to do it.
All the adventures of snow and doing things the hard way. Well, Patrick, it sounds like you're now feeling a little bit better hanging out with us here this morning with the Coffee Break Net. Did you have anything else for the net today?
Well, it definitely helps. I don't really have a whole lot. Got a couple of things I need to get done in the next couple of days. I'm working on a computer for a friend. I have a, what is this thing? It's a Menace Farm mini PC that I bought for my mom 2 or 3 years ago, and she just isn't using it anymore. And I've got a friend in Minnesota who desperately needs a new machine, so working on getting that set up for him. Just put a brand new 2 terabyte Samsung Evo 970 or 980 or 980, one of those SSD. I can't remember the model, but anyway, bought that a couple of months ago. I dread to think what it costs now. All the prices of RAM and storage is skyrocketing. Thank you, AI. I just read a thing that says that Western Digital has apparently sold all of their inventory of hard drives and SSDs for 2026. So it's going to get kind of hairy, I think, for storage prices. Anyway, that's about all I have. I'll turn it back over to you, Jeff. Good to hear you this morning. KW6U and 2DYI 73.
Well, Patrick, I'm glad we put a smile on your face, and well, I would say a kick in your step, but be careful out there on the ice. N2DYI, KW6U 73.
Oh, the ice here is long, long gone. Forgot to mention the other day it was 77 degrees here. Yeah, definitely no ice here. 73, N2DYI.
Oh, good to hear, 73. Morning, Doug, W6EK. What are you up to today?
Jeff, I want to tell you, with your permission, I want to live vicariously through your adventure on the Pacific Coast Trail. That just sounds hecka cool, man.
It sounds cool to me. It's been I would say, a lifelong dream since I turned 21 on the PCT between Tuolumne Meadows and Tahoe, hiking between there. And I've wanted to do the entire thing most of my life. I've never had the time or energy, and when I retired, I went ahead and started making plans. So this is a big bucket list item for me. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, well, you plan for the... Well, actually, I guess you plan for the worst and hope for the best. There's a lot of pilots in the club. Maybe if we got a GPS lock on you at some point, we could drop you a cream pie out of the sky or something like that. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be cool. I do have a little Garmin InReach Mini 3 Plus that allows some messaging, and I can pin locations. I just need to a URL, so hopefully I'll figure out a website configuration that I can pin the location, or at least have my wife post it for me with a little bit of comments as to what's going on. So I'm trying to figure out a way to keep track of exactly how that's going to go. So it's, a little bit automated. So we'll see how that goes.
Wouldn't that be wild? On the Coffee Break Net, we see Jeff. He's waving at us, and here goes the Boston cream pie. Oh, the parachute didn't open. That bear's getting it. Anyway, 7-3, it's good to hear you on in the morning, and forge ahead. This is W6EK. I'm clear. Everybody have a safe and pleasant day.
It's a great, cool thought to receive a Boston cream pie or some other treat. that way. That makes me want to at least bring a Baofeng Mini or something with me that I don't have to worry about. Ultra light something. Have a great day, Doug. Thanks for checking in, and thanks for the comments. W6EK KW6U73. Hey, good morning, Craig. KM6LYW. How are you this morning?
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm in a hole here. Am I getting through okay?
You're getting through, yes.
All right, I'll actually pull over, for the coffee break net. It's a pretty important net, you want to be static here. Hopefully you're reading me. I'm pulled over on the side of the road on Highway 49 heading to Placerville today. I'm still working on Dad's house. Dad passed away about a year ago, so we're trying to get the house ready. So go ahead.
Well, that's a lot of work. There's no easy way to move a lifetime's worth of stuff that tends to accumulate in one's house.
Yeah, that's an understatement right there. Yeah, Dad lived a good, long life. I hate to say he passed away. What I like to say is he completed life at 1.0. It's complete. The end guy's hard, right? But yeah, I'm glad he got through it. But otherwise, hey, I'm doing YouTube stuff. My most latest video is about how to encode data into radio waves, some of the techniques we use to encode data for radio waves. And what I'm also looking for is ideas for a new video. I was thinking about looking into Raspberry Pi stuff. It's been a real issue lately with memory prices like we were just talking about here. Raspberry Pi prices have almost doubled, at least for anything that has any kind of memory in it. So I was going to kind of maybe take a look at the industry of the single board computing, the SoC industry. Some people are actually going back to x86. So I don't know. I'm interested in people's opinions on where we're going with single board computers. What's the future there and the pricing. Go ahead.
Yeah, that will be an interesting subject. No doubt about it. This seems to be everything is going to be fully integrated. I know Apple's moving more and more towards just, having fully soldered on memory, and you're not able to change things. That's not the only ones. Everybody's doing it. Fully integrated single board computer ready to go, but they're getting smaller.
Yeah, I think it's an exciting time. A lot of people are complaining about memory prices, and yeah, that's an issue. But the mini PCs are amazing. In fact, I just put one together yesterday. A mini PC for under $500 with a terabyte. It's quiet. It's cool. I got a Mac M4 Mini before that. Again, quiet, cool. It's really changing how we interface with computers. So yeah, that's the way to go. So in my next video, I'm looking for the state of the industry for single board computers. Maybe it's Raspberry Pi. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I'm interested in people's opinions. Hey, I'm driving here. I'm going to let you guys go. This is KM6LYW, Craig and Cool. Thanks for listening to the net.
All right, Craig. Have fun working on the house, getting it ready. I know it's a big job, so you've got a lot to do. KM6LYW, KW6U7. Rick, good morning. N6DT, got you down as an in and out. What are you up to today? Well, maybe Rick was really an in and out, but I'll double check with him again. N6DT, did you have anything else for the net?
Oh, hi, good morning. This is Rick N6DT. No, I was just listening, thought I'd just check in real quick. My condolences to all the family about the loss of the family member. That's always tough. Anyway, that's it. This is Rick N6DT, 73.
All right, Rick, I'm sure everyone appreciates the comment, so thanks for checking in. N6DT, KW6U73. Good morning, Greg, KO6TH. Happy Sunday to you, and what are you up to today?
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, everyone. Greg, KO6TH. Lovely morning this morning. It's going to be a nice day today. Normal stuff, chores, laundry, talk to the kids in the afternoon, and get ready hopefully tomorrow, either tomorrow or Thursday. I've got a boat day to get down there and do some cleaning and start working on more electrical stuff. So see how far I get and we'll put what the weather's doing. To your expedition this year, hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, you might check with Craig LYW on what he uses radio-wise. He's done a bunch of backpacking out in the desolation wilderness and back up in there, and keeps in touch with radio. I don't know what he uses, but APRS might be something to consider. Radios are cheap and inexpensive and lightweight these days. Might be something to keep, to have in the backpack there. Maybe the solar panel, keep it charged along with your phone. But we were out on, my wife and I were out on vacation to the coast many years ago, and no cell service out there. Arrived at a cute little bed and breakfast at a lighthouse, and wanted to check in with the kids. So I sent them an APRS message, or basically an email via APRS, and it arrived just perfectly. So there's always ways of keeping in touch. Anyway, one more thing. Sad to hear about Ray. I think that one of the big impacts will be, what do we do on Thursday when we don't have his vote for the mystery question to draft behind? Big loss there. Rest in peace, Ray. KO6TH, Jeff, back to you.
Yeah, I've been considering the APRS setup that Craig does. It's actually a really cool setup, and it's not very heavy, but really ounces become pounds is what they say. And I do have a pair of Baofeng Minis that I picked up recently. I haven't done anything with them to feel how light they are, so I want to take them out with me. It's just a matter of figuring out what's going to work with minimal time. Literally, time is going to be hiking all of the time. It's hiking, eating, or sleeping, and that's pretty much most of the time I'm going to have. Not a lot of sitting around like a typical backpacking trip, because it's many more miles in a day. So I'll figure that out, though. I think it's not a bad idea to consider the APRS as one way to do it. So I'm going to see what is, no matter what, I'm taking my Garmin with me. And if my Mini Plus can also post those locations on the regular, that's what I'll do, mostly because it's just one less piece of equipment and a few less ounces. And it really matters on that long of a trek.
Yeah, I understand. I have done some backpacking, nothing even close to any of that, those long trips. But yeah, I understand how the weight adds up. Consider also the Wilderness Protocol on 2 meters, being out there and being able to keep in touch just with the FM radio. But anyway, on with the day. And what else have I got? I think that's, survived the procedure on Friday. Haven't heard back on results from any of the tests that they're doing, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, on with the day. 73, KO6TH.
Yeah, I just got a comment also by text. The iPhone itself has capability for reaching satellites, so I'll get a chance to get some comments when cell phone coverage not in there. The only downside that I see for that using the phone is it is a power hog. It soaks up everything, so I'm going to do a fully stripped-down version with no apps running except navigation, not necessarily running. It'll just be my backup. That's why I'm using the Garmin. But I'll be able to post locations and stuff through satellite potentially. So, thanks, Craig. Appreciate it. Good luck working on the boat, and have a great Sunday. KO6TH, KW6U 73.
73, Jeff, and yeah, good point about the radio, the phone power consumption. They do suck a lot. Also, handheld GPSs might be useful too. At least know where you are, if not where you need to go. KO6TH 73.
No doubt. All right. Good morning. This is the Coffee Break Net, KW6U. It's almost 9:30 this morning. Wow, moving along pretty quick today. Let's go ahead and take some check-ins. Let me know if you are in and out, and then we'll move the net along here. KW6U taking check-in.
Kilo, November 6, Whiskey, Quebec Uniform, 8 and 6, WQ. Good morning, Jeff. We're getting up.
Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Bravo Sierra. Good morning, in and out.
All right, good morning, Joel, KO6KDS, and good morning, Dan, KN6WQU. There might have been another station that was trying to check in. I got nothing but a carrier, but try again.
K4 Lima got Theta, in and out.
All right, Sam, I've got you. K4 Lima Golf, Idaho. Is there anyone else that wants to check in? All right, I'll go down our current list. There's 3 of you here. Good morning, Dan, KN6WQU. What are you up to this fine Sunday?
Good morning, Jeff and the net. There was somebody coming in right when you were coming back to me. Do you want to catch him, or do you want me to keep going?
Oh, let's go ahead. Who is trying to come back in? My apologies if I stepped on you, but who is trying to check in?
Okay, this is Papa 6, Golf Sierra. Just checking in via the Echolink.
8B6 Golf Sierra, did I get that correct?
That's correct. 8 Papa 6 Golf Sierra. Just checking in via the Echolink. Heard you guys on. Just wanted to say, make my presence known.
All right, very good. I'll circle back to you here in a moment. We'll go through our quick check-ins. I've got you down here right now. So let's go ahead. Go ahead, Dan. KN6WQU, good morning and happy Sunday.
Good morning, Jeff and the net. Happy Sunday to you as well. Well, I have a nice healthy, speaking of which, let me go outside to go grab it, list of things to get done today. So I might be going to the Bay Area a little bit later today, this evening actually. Not very happy about that, but my client can't make it up there. Their car is just not starting at all now for whatever reason. I'm not sure what the deal is, but probably something to do with the mobilizer, because that's what I'm replacing. Anyway, birds are chirping. I'm sure the fish are jumping. Can definitely hear all that happening right now. Let's see here. Still having the same issues here at the house with the heater and stuff. I've been kind of resetting it to kind of get it to come online, but besides that, that's about it. Just trying to get some work done, and hopefully we can have some answers by Monday to finally get this heater thing figured out. But besides that, yeah, everything's moving forward. I'm very happy. This is KN6WQ.
Well, good. I'm glad you're having a good Sunday. You're always awfully busy on Sundays. I usually like to do nothing, but that doesn't end up being the case. I try.
Absolutely. Well, Jeff, I appreciate you running the net, and yeah, I'm happy that we were able to get Ray before it was too late, and I'm excited to hear him back on the radio as soon as we can. I know there's a couple of people that are trying to get him radios, but I'm not sure if they'll work inside the hospital. So I am willing to let the Cuban cigar node go up there if we need to, so we can have some kind of a node situation if we need to. So it's in working order. Just got to set it up and let it be. So anyway, this is KN6WQ.
Yeah, very cool. I'm looking for something super small and light, and we'll figure it out one way or another. Thanks for checking in, Dan, to the net this morning. As always, a busy guy, Dan the man. Have a great day. KN6WQU, KW6U73.
73, Jeff. I apologize too. We're getting off topic here. My wife, or Heather, was talking to me in the headphones. So, all right, 73, y'all.
No big deal. Good morning, Joel, KO6KBS. What are you up to this fine Sunday?
Good morning, KO6KBS. I am sitting here having breakfast, my favorite cream cheese and lox out of bagel, and waiting for the weather to warm up. Take the motorcycle out today.
Very nice. So whereabouts, and I don't know where you are, but the weather is warm enough here in Auburn. Is it warm enough where you are?
Oh yeah, I'm down the hill from you in South Sacramento. I'm just supposed to get up to like 67 today, so once it gets up to like 63, 64, I'll put it on and take the bike out.
Yeah, I'm usually good to ride around 50 to 54 degrees, and the heated grips are fantastic for those days, but I like it a little bit warmer.
Yeah, it's been sitting for about 6 weeks now. I haven't even, well, I started it, but it's been sitting. I want to get it out. I'm going to go ahead and sell it this year. I'm just waiting for spring to get here for bike season, and then I'm going to go ahead and sell it.
I understand that. Yeah, you got to rotate through them every now and again, buy something different. I've got a little work to do on mine. My foot peg on my left side, I bent it in, and so it's beyond my ability. I have to take it in and have somebody move, the brace for the foot peg out so I can put the rack back on it. I took it off-road, the NorCal Backcountry Discovery Route. I guess it's been over a year, and when I did that, I bent that, so it's time for me to fix that.
Yeah, there's always something. I've got a brand new seat on mine that I haven't ridden on yet, and want to go check it out and see if the money was worth what I spent on it.
You never know until you ride it, and you either love it or hate it, but either way, you'll have fun figuring it out nonetheless. Motorcycles are a little bit like shoes. We all seem to have a shoe that we like to wear for the job. All right, there's no one bike that does it all.
Yeah, roger that. I'm thinking about getting a trike next time instead of a three-wheel instead of two.
You might have fun with that. So I know some people that have done that before, and they've enjoyed themselves. They kept on the road longer than maybe they would have otherwise.
Yeah, I've got my eye on a gold wing trike, but the guy's just a little bit proud of it, but he's been sitting on it for about 4 months, and nobody else has stepped up to it either, so I'm going to go over there and poke him in the eye next week and see if he'll take an offer.
Sounds like a possible deal in your future. That's a fantastic engine on that motorcycle, so trike in your case. That should go a long time.
Yeah, roger that. Well, my landline's ringing, so I'm going to step out of here. Thanks for running the net. KO6, KBS, I'm clear.
All right, Joel, thanks for checking into the net. Good to hear you, and we'll look forward to hearing about whatever you get going in the future. KO6KBS, KW6U73. Good morning, Sam, K4 Lima Golf, Idaho. How was it in Denver this morning?
Well, as you can hear, it's a little bit of noise. Very sunny, very nice, cool. And good morning, everybody in the net. I'm very sorry to hear about Ray. It's always something that you feel a loss. Anytime you hear something like that, everybody feels a loss. And, I always liked his call letters. Years ago, there used to be a big ham W6AM on, and I heard KK6AM. I said, well, maybe he heard 6AM on also, and maybe he got that call. But always like this call, and I'm sure there may be a few more comments that come in here as the years go by, and sounding like Ray came back or something, whatever. Not too much in and out here, so won't drag it out too much here this morning, and I didn't write down anything I wanted to say. So how far is your trail hike going to go? Just a couple of days? I think he said across the desert or something, whatever. Anyway, thanks a lot, and we'll let you roll on down the road here, K4LGI.
Yeah, Sam, the hike is the Pacific Crest Trail. It is 2,655 miles, 50 miles, something like that, depending on the year. And it goes from Mexico to the Canadian border. The section I was talking about is one that I'm most concerned with, is having enough water to get across the desert section. That's about 30 miles without water, so I've got to carry my water across that. We'll come to more to that in the future, but we'll see how that goes. That starts in May, so it'll be hot out in the desert that time of year, so hopefully I can get that figured out. But anyway, Sam, thanks for checking into the net this morning. Good to hear you're doing okay, and thanks for your comments. K4 Lima Golf, Idaho, KW6U73.
Are you doing the entire trail?
Yes, the entire trail is the goal. We'll see how I do. I'm not the spring chicken anymore, so this will be a little more work than it would have been when I was in my 20s and originally wanted to do it. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll work out.
Congratulations. Well done. Not much happening here. I had my coffee, did some shopping, heading back. See you later. K4LGI.
All right, Sam. Thanks for checking into the net, 7-3. And good morning, Derek. 8P6GS. I think you're checking in from Barbados. Is that correct?
Fine business. Yes, I am. I just heard you guys on, and I said, well, let me just check in and say good morning. Let you know that you're being received in Barbados there. As you said, name is Derek back this end. QSL.
Oh, yes, the miracles of modern internet and ham radio nodes. It allows us to check into local nets from all over the place. So fantastic. Thank you for checking into the net this morning. Now, I just pulled up your QRZ page. You're quite active on HF, it sounds, and now you've found a way to a daily net here. Well, the repeater's also busy much of the day, so I hope you get to enjoy us from time to time.
Yeah, fine business. Yeah, yep, that's correct. I've actually been out of radio now for about a little over 6 months, but nevertheless, we're going to try to get ourselves back into the groove there with the radio, and yeah, so I guess I'll be using the Echolink for a little while now. But fine business. Thanks for having me, and I'll check in from time to time. Good to hear you. Peter 6 Golf Sierra, you'll just be listening on the side.
Well, very good, Derek. Thank you again for checking in. Glad to get you back on the hobby. By all means, enjoy the Coffee Break Net on any other time you want to check in to W6EK. We'd be happy to hear you. 8P6GS, KW6U73.
KW6, 8 Peter 6 Golf Sierra. Thank you, and you do have a wonderful morning there in California. Take care. Bye-bye.
Alrighty, this is the Coffee Break Net. It is 9:44. Getting long in the morning. I do want to wrap it up by 10 o'clock here. So let's see. Are there people lurking out there that have been dying to get in? We can start taking some log onlys. Let me know if you're an in and out or log only. In and outs and log onlys.
Kilo Golf 9 Mike, in and out.
N9MUF, in and out.
Kilo, November 6, Victor, Yankee, Delta, Kilo, November 6, Victor, Yankee, Delta, quick in and out.
Kilo Mike 6, Mike, for the log, please.
Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey, for the log.
Whiskey 6, Golf Lima Whiskey.
Foxtrot for the log.
All right, I got a couple of stations here that I didn't quite get. I'll go down who I have right now, and then we'll pick up the stations that I missed, and we'll go from there. Frank, good morning. KG9M, I've got you in and out. Daniel, N9MUF, got you as an in and out. KM6VYD as an in and out. KM6MM, Mike, that gets you as log only. There were two stations. One of them was Lima Whiskey was the last, the first of those two. Let's see, Lima Whiskey station come back again.
Well, looks like there's two of us. Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey, for the log only. Good morning.
Whiskey 6, Golf Lima Whiskey, for the log only. Good morning.
All right, let me go through who I have. Is that Frank? Good morning, KG6NLW. Good morning, Gerry, W6GLW. And I think maybe this time around I got a little note here that might have been KO6MJL. Jamie, was that you?
Roger, Roger. Can you put me in the log?
I've got you in the log. All right, let's move up to our in and outs here. Good morning, Frank, KG9M. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Jeff. Kilo Golf 9 Mike. Thanks for running the net. And, like others, sad to hear about Ray's passing. I didn't know him as long as many of you had, but I remember listening to him and hearing his voice, on the repeater before I even had my license, and there were three things that became clear to me that he loved, and one was his daughter. He couldn't have been more prouder of Christina. And two, of his hobby. He had so much information to share, and this club. He did so much, for the club. He was a fixture on the net, the Elmer net, sharing information, greeting us at the club meetings, and he'll be missed. He was always there somewhere, and again, very sad to hear his passing.
No doubt, Ray was always in the background, willing to share his knowledge. He was very generous with his experiences and his knowledge, and so I like to think of him that way. He knew a lot more, and there's a whole database of real lived experiences that are now lost forever.
Yep, he will always be the lovable curmudgeon, and I think he wore that title well, and it's certainly a term of endearment. So that's all I have this morning, Jeff. Leave it at that. 7-3, and again, rest in peace, Ray. I'll turn it back to Net. Kilo Golf 9 Mike 7-3.
All right, Frank, thanks for the comments. I'm sure Thomas and Christina, they might even be listening in, so hopefully they hear us. KG9M, KW6U73. And good morning, Daniel, N9MUF. How are you this morning? Anything else for the net?
Good morning, Jeff in the net. Well, how I am is surviving on caffeine. We got home extremely late last night from a Christopher Titus show that some friends took us to, and a drunk driver decided to sideswipe our parked car at the end of the show. So we had to stick around for a while and get that all sorted out. So, yeah, it is by the power of caffeine that I am surviving.
Oh, that is a bummer. A drunk driver just went ahead and made a mess of things. That's, unfortunately a fact of life from time to time. Was anybody injured?
No, I mean, our car was, just in there, and she just had, kind of ran the car up along the side of ours. Paint damage. The mirror got smashed up pretty good, and then she scraped the other side of her car on the light pole that was there, and looking over her bumper and the rest of her car, let's say a new car with a lot of Bondo, and so I think she's got experience doing this before.
I'll be darned. Unfortunately, those folks are out there, and I'm glad to hear that maybe nobody was injured, and it's never good when you see that.
Yeah, we went to exchange insurance and license and contact information. I'm like, you're slurring your words way too much and you're stumbling. You go see your car, I'm going to call the cops. And when they just kind of meekly comply with that kind of statement, it's an indication that that they know they've been caught. What else is going on? Hopefully some CW this afternoon, and I'm relaxing after finally hitting a plateau with sorting out 20 years of unlabeled cables in our church. Labels and gaffer tape and zip ties have been my friends as I try and get things cleaned up. So short in and out, 7-3 to you in the net, Jeff, and 9MUF.
That's a big job to sort out, no doubt about it. 20 years of unlabeled cables has got a lot of pursuing. So good luck with that. It sounds like you have your task set out before you. Well, glad to hear nobody was hurt, and hopefully you get your car fixed the way it needs to be. And take care. N9MUF, KW6U73. Good morning, Vincent, KN6VYD. How are you, and what's going on with you today?
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, everybody on the net. Not much. I meant to do a log only, but I accidentally said quick in and out. But other than that, hope everybody has a great day today. Stay safe out there. And sucks to hear about Ray passing. 7-3, KN6, VYD.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It does kind of stink. But hey, thanks for checking in and saying hi anyway. Hopefully you have a great Sunday. KN6 VYD, KW6U73. And now, for the log onlys, except I couldn't tell if Frank, KG6NLW was log only. Was that the case, Frank? I will take that as a yes. Okay, well, moving on down, let's see if there's anybody else that would like to get in the log. Anybody else that would like to get in the log this morning for the Coffee Break Net?
W8LDT, Tim in Michigan. Good morning, Jeff. And that's the log only.
Whiskey Bravo 3, Charlie, Sierra Yankee for the log. Thanks, Jeff.
Sierra, thanks. Go Papa for the log.
And 6 TCI currently in Snowy Meadows off-roading in the snow, 10 watts.
WH6Q, a very good morning.
KB6ED for the log. Good morning, Jeff.
All right, let me run down my list and make sure I've got everyone as it should be. If I did get it correct, I got WH-LDT Tim. Good morning. Got you in the log. Let's see, Rick, WB3CSY, got you in the log. Let's see, I've got a couple of questions here. There was somebody that I missed. There was a K6 DCI, is that correct?
November 6th, Tango Charlie India. Brian, I'm currently off-roading in the snow, 10 watts with a 4-foot antenna, over.
Sorry about that. So, Kilo November 6th, Tango something Sierra. Come back to me, please. One more time.
Sure. I'm sorry, I'm really far away from you guys. It's Kilo November 6th, Tango Charlie India, over.
Gotcha. KN6TCI. You're out in the snow and a little far away, but that's mostly my ears, not you. So I appreciate that. And let's see. I've got W6EK Jim. I've got Ed. KD6ED for the log, and there was one other station I may have gotten wrong. All right, let's come again. Anybody else that I did mention come in and we'll get in the log.
Kilo 6 Alpha Lima Foxtrot log.
For the log.
Log. All right, I got a couple of doubles there. Let's go back through it. I think I got Kilo 6 AUF. There were a couple of doubles at that point, so let's spread them out and fix it.
N6 WYZ for the log.
KM6 UMY for the log.
All right, let's go back over these last couple. Let's see, I've got Roy, I've got you N6 WYZ. And Kilo Mike 6 uniform, was it Mike Yankee or November Yankee?
Kilo Mike 6 uniform, Mike Yankee.
All right, I've got you in the log. There was also a Kilo 6 Alpha uniform Foxtrot. What is your name?
Kilo 6 Alpha Lima Foxtrot.
Sorry about more sense. Kilo 6 Alpha Lima Foxtrot.
Correct. For the log, name here is Tony.
All right, got you in the log. Let's see, Kilo Mike 6 uniform Mike Yankee. Hey, I've just got a little note here. Is this to ask how your pilot's license is going?
Well, I've been applying for lots of scholarships to start flying, and I just got note that I've been selected to interview for one of them. So that's going to be this next Saturday, I think. So I'm prepping for that.
Very cool, getting ready to learn to fly. My brother's just a regular pilot, but what's your goal here? Is to get commercial?
Yeah, I want to fly for the airlines.
Very cool. A lot of work, but great challenges out there. What airport are you, what area are you doing your training out of?
Well, I'll be using the Auburn Airport because it's about 15 minutes from where I live, so it's probably the most convenient.
No doubt about it, it is the most convenient, and I don't know what levels of training they go through, but you can certainly get a lot of it done here in Auburn. I know down at SAC Exec they have some big-time pros down there as well. It's where my brother flies out of. And his instructor is an old Marine pilot who does it by the book and flew airlines and everything else. So we'll see how let us know how your training is going. We look forward to the updates.
Absolutely, 7-3.
All right, Talia, have a great day. Thanks for checking into the net. KM6UMY, KW6U73. All right, folks, I hate to do this, but I need to get going. 10 o'clock this morning is the witching hour for the Coffee Break Net. I hope to hear you all on the radio tomorrow. The W6EK Repeater will be alive and well with Brian, 6US, for the Coffee Break Net at 7:30 to 10 a.m. Of course, that is every day as well. Have a great day. Happy Sunday to all. And 7:30, KW6U. This is Jeff. Turn your repeater back over to normal operation.
This is Kay. Thanks all for the update regarding Ray. I wasn't aware. I had assumed that he was still getting better, but apparently not. Rest in peace, Ray. This is KN6WQ.
All right. Will someone out there give me a solid carrier for 30 seconds? Let's go ahead and do a final check-in for Ray into the log here. So rest in peace, Ray, KK6AM. If you guys could give me a 1-minute key down, and I think this would be a great way to honor Ray. N6CKV, we'll miss you, Ray.
KM6RFB, Ray, rest easy, brother. We've got it from here. Thank you very much, KM6RFB.
Comment.
And N6H, rest in peace, Ray.
And with that, we put Ray's name in the coffee break log for the final time. Thank you. Rest in peace, Ray. AI6US.
Thanks, Brian, and N6H.
Thanks, Brian. Really appreciate what you did. Solid work, brother.